Hey Jews, we're continuing on in this series of videos that I've been making about growing our awareness, living consciously via Judaism, understanding the information in the Torah, and then living according to it. So having a spiritual practice that is Judaism. So I've made, like I said, a few different videos, one about the body and the soul and health and disease. One before that was growing your awareness in God. And I want to talk a little bit about what this life is, according to the Torah, according to Judaism. Okay, because I feel like a lot of people think this life is a gift. We're given this one life to explore, to live the best way we can, to be a good, whatever you think that the purpose of life is. You think it's a gift and we have one life to live, okay? But that's not the information that the Jews were given. That's not how a Jew should look at reality and life, because we know that that's not true, okay? So over Shabbat, the spiritual day of the week that we take time out from this world and we focus on the spiritual dimension of our reality. We know from the Torah that our reality is 5-dimensional. 3 are physical, 1 is spiritual, and 1 is time. And when we learn the spiritual information on the spiritual day, we have an extra accessibility to this information, okay? It's a spiritual day that connects us spiritually, which is all this information in the Torah is telling us how to connect our soul and our body for this time. What is going on in our reality? What does it mean to be a Jew and all that stuff, okay? So what we have to understand is that this life actually is a punishment and it's a test. And we are slaves in this reality, okay? So either we are slaves to some unholy energies, the satanic, okay? Unholy, and we're not going to really talk about that too much, okay? Just there is a God, and the God of Israel, the God of Yaakov, Yitzchak, and Abraham, okay? The God of our forefathers, Jews, the God of the nation of Israel. Okay, our souls come from God. Our souls are all attached to the nation of Israel. In this life, it is our free will choice to learn that information and to choose to be a servant, okay? A servant and a slave, basically, of God. And then we are told that when we do that, okay, we're going to see reality clearly because we're learning that. We're going to integrate the physical and the spiritual in a way that is peaceful and good for us for the course of our lives, the time, okay? And we're going to be okay. We're going to be peaceful. God is going to provide for us. God is going to protect us. God is going to keep us healthy and not let us get sick from any of the illnesses of Egypt. Egypt is just an impure, unholy energy. And the Torah, okay, the Torah that was given to us is 4-dimensional. Okay, so on one part of the dimensions of the Torah is the story. Okay, so, but we have to integrate it also with the other aspects of the Torah to understand what that all means. So we take the understanding from the story of the history of the nation of Israel over time that's written in the Torah. But we understand from it that that's just one dimension of this. The story means something, and it's there to help us, human beings, with our brains, understand reality, understand that there's a physical, okay? It's all, this is the work of your life, is to understand this. The gift that you were given was a holy soul that's attached to the nation of Israel that got this information so that we would understand that this life is temporary. We are in Olam HaShekel. We are basically in the matrix, okay? And it's a test for us to sort through all of that, to focus on the truth which is given in the Torah, to separate ourselves as much as possible from what's going on here, and to focus on the glory of God, on the goodness, on the goodness of being a Jew, on the truth, on peace, okay? and to understand that this world is going to end. There is an end time. And the way that time works is complicated, okay? So, but we have to understand that the whole history of the story of the nation of Israel is in the Torah. Okay, we know the beginning, we know the middle, and we know the end. So we are somewhere in between all that stuff happening. We are now the nation of Israel that's told about in the Torah. We're in this story right now. This is our reality right now. What happens to these people? Who are the rebels? Who are the pious? Who are we're all in this story. So that's helping us understand reality, hopefully, okay? Because we know that at the end of time here and at the end of our lives, there's something spiritual, the world of truth, Olam Haba. And everybody who's connected here is promised Olam Haba. That's the reward, but that's also the real world. So this world we think is, perhaps we think like it's a gift. No, the gift is Olam Haba. That's the gift of life. I mean, this world probably isn't feeling much like a gift to many people these days. Because either you realize that it's not a gift, it's a test, it's a punishment, we're in jail. We're in jail, our soul is jailed, imprisoned in our bodies. Okay, that's what the Torah tells us. Our soul is a big suffering for the soul to be imprisoned in this physical space bound by time. Okay, it's a suffering because the soul is free. The soul is connected to God. The soul is a spiritual thing, and the spirit doesn't have any physical aspect or any time restraints. So we are told also, so when we come into this world, this is who the world belongs to, really, is Satan, okay? And everyone who's not part of the nation of Israel, okay? Yeah, they can become a part of the nation of Israel if they convert. And when they convert, they get a different spiritual soul that's connected to God and connected to the nation of Israel. If you were a Jew, you have this connection already. What you need to do is to realize that and to expand that, to be in a state of expansion every day, trying to connect more and more, trying to understand how to live life properly. Try to understand that if we are a slave, okay, we are all slaves. It's just who we are choosing to serve. If it's not God, the God of Israel, then it's something completely different, the unholy side. Okay? And your ego is not part of your soul. Your ego is part of this materialistic olam hashekel, this world of lies, the matrix. That's what your ego is plugged into. Okay? And now we see a rise of the ego. A rise. It's celebrated, our ego. Our ego wants to be free of God. Our ego wants to be free of any laws of nature, which are unchanging over time. Okay? Our ego wants to be unrestrained by the laws of morality, which our very smart people from the history, from their generations before us tell us, the Malbim tells us, that just as the laws of nature are fixed and unchanging over time, so too are the laws of morality. Everything in the Torah is true, and it cannot be changed. It's not changeable. So anyone who's changing it is not part of this situation. Okay? Anyone changing any of the laws of morality, okay? Not changing, not connected. So that's our free will choice, is to understand that in this world, we have a choice who we serve, and that is the only choice that we have, okay? That is what the Torah tells us. Things like how rich or poor you're going to be, how many children you're going to have. Lots of those other things are already determined for you, depending on what level of receptacle you build spiritually to be able to contain that bracha, that blessing. Okay, because everything that you get in this prison world is a blessing from God. Thank God. Thank you, God. So we need to be able to realize that we don't deserve anything. Okay? We were born, and I don't know, I know a lot of people that think like, well, I didn't ask to be born. Like, it feels like a punishment more and more in our life, right? More and more as the time goes on. And certainly if we head down to New World Order territory, where you will own nothing, you will be happy, and everything will be controlled by AI. Okay? And there will be no compassion. There will be no whatever. It's all going to be fake. Your personality. You will comply. You will say your pronouns. You will just accept everything and not say anything at all. When a lie is presented as a truth, and a truth is presented as a lie, you will have to go along, because if you don't, your social credit score is going to be very bad. And then you will be more and more punished in this life, okay? That's the New World Order. So what I'm saying is this: when you have this awareness and you know that this is a situation, and you know that this world is a test, these are the rules. If you just follow these rules, practice and understand, and become Baalei Nefesh, says the Ramchal, and says Rav Yaakov Kuli, who, again, in literally all of my videos, I say you need to go and learn from Moam Loaz. Every Jew needs to understand what is in the Torah. At this point in our national lifespan, or whatever, 5,784 at the end of time, our Hebrew is not good enough as a nation. Our Hebrew is not good enough to understand the Torah. So we need to learn it from our rabbis that came before us. And Rav Yaakov Kuli, his the day that he died was commemorated like on Friday night, and Saturday, Shabbat. That was the date that he died. And he started this project because he saw, even in his generation, almost 400 years ago, that they were losing their Hebrew, and so they couldn't understand Torah. And if you can't understand Torah, you can't practice Judaism. Okay, you can't practice this information. You can't practice living like this in our reality, disconnecting from Olam Hazeh, the temporary, okay, the temporary world of lies, and plugging into the real reality where we know that we are Jews, and we're not really supposed to be a part of this world in a way. We're supposed to be the spiritual part, doing our spiritual things. Okay, and if we weren't wearing like what Orthodox Jews look like they're wearing today, which you may think is just like whatever, if we were wearing beautiful robes and everyone was very peaceful in the land of Israel, which is what it's supposed to be, with a temple, and we were offering services and everybody, and then you would see that this is what we're actually supposed to do, and you would like that because it would look exotic to you and spiritual. But right now it doesn't look like that, perhaps to you, but that's because you don't understand what's going on here. Maybe we're supposed to be normal people. We're supposed to wear normal clothes, basically modest clothing, whatever, not dress like any of the other nations. There's 70 other nations. They come from other people. You see, you have to know your history from the Jewish perspective. You have to know Torah to know where all these people come from. That's the only way you're going to understand reality and understand what the purpose of life is and how to live it and how to be peaceful. So that's what I want to say. I mean, more and more we're understanding that, I mean, even if you're not connected at all right now to the Torah, then you're understanding, hopefully, that a lot of things don't make sense in our reality. A lot of things don't seem to be as they are presented to us. That's what a lot of people are waking up to, Baruch Hashem, because it is the world of lies. So it's never too late, Jew, for you to repent. I also have another video on that. I'll try and link that also in the description. Repenting just means realizing, okay, that perhaps we didn't understand everything that was going on here. We have done certain things by living as a Jew, by being a Jew, okay, but not paying attention to our soul and not paying attention to Judaism, not living our life as a Jew, okay, with the times, all the Shabbats that we missed, all the holidays that we didn't understand and didn't do, all the fast days that we did not participate in, all of the special times that there are, like coming up in Elul. We don't know our calendar, we don't know the months, we don't know what they mean. Well, Elul is a very special time. okay, which we can integrate. We can get a big boost now. Okay, so we have to understand this very special month coming up is a time for repentance. Okay, and you're never too far away. You could have been the most egotistical, whatever, okay? Hated everything, doesn't matter. Understand now, you gotta stop. You gotta stop living your life unconsciously, through habit, connected only to this other source of information, not connected to the source of information that we were given as Jews, wondering what anti-Semitism is all about, wondering whatever. What's this Mashiach idea? Well, because this is an amazing thing. This is an amazing thing as we see this world of lies going to chaos. Okay, if that's what you're paying attention to. But if you're over here, living like a Jew, understanding reality from the Torah perspective, we are waiting for something amazing. We are waiting for this layer of separation that has been between us and God, basically, up until now, where that was our free choice. It was to go and learn, go and understand, go and investigate reality, go and connect to your soul, go and integrate the spiritual and the physical and the time, and realize that there's a God. Come to that conclusion logically. Practice to make yourself pure. Practice to make yourself more receptive to this information. Okay, because all of a sudden this is going to be revealed. So we're on the lookout now. We're on the lookout for the signs. What's happening in our world? What does that mean? Baruch Hashem. Just like when you're expecting something good, okay, you're looking out for it. Somebody you love is coming home. You're at the window front of of your house, looking at each car. Is that him? No. Oh, is that him? No. Okay, well, there's certain signs, okay, whatever. Is that it? You should be excited about this situation. Baruch Hashem. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing, you guys. And part of the nation of Israel doesn't even know what that means. What's a Mashiach? Part of the nation of Israel has gone astray, and they think that the Messiah, the Mashiach, is somebody that already lived and died. And there's only one truth. There's only one Judaism. And you have to acquire that information for yourself. Don't rely on anyone really at this point, except for your own information, the rabbis that are teaching you that same information. These rabbis that came before us were higher spiritual level. Okay, so read the classics, read the Torah with the commentary, read Rashi, read the Malbim, read everybody, read again. Okay, starting point. So, yeah, I hope that is helpful. We have to grow our consciousness, grow our awareness, understand what's going on, and connect to the nation of Israel. Live like all of our ancestors lived. There's no Jew that doesn't keep Shabbat. That's not the definition of a Jew. Go and learn the 13 principles of Judaism by the Rambam. Start learning. Start understanding that this life that we have right now with our physical bodies, it's not a gift. It's a test. It's something we have to get through in the best possible manner. Yes, you can enjoy, but enjoy in the right ways. Okay, at the right times. Focus on the right things. Participate in the right way to live, which will ultimately make the world a better place, which is what we all want.